Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing well. Excuse my messy hair and stuff. I'm gonna roll some cigarettes and just chat with you for a while. It's been quite a day. So, yeah. I have yet to really relax yet. So, yeah. Not a big deal though. I've been having a really good day, you know. So, um I watched a the f- what I always say what like watts of energy. What the flock TV. Paul over there broke down the word um memory. And then I couldn't remember it. That's funny. And the other words that correlate with that, and he is onto something for sure. That's I think you'll feel it in your spirit, in your heart too, that he's pretty bright. You'll know. You'll just I'm pretty sure that you'll have, if you're a friend of mine or here for some reason, probably have a lot in common with him and appreciate his work. And like I said, it was really good. I love it when people look into words in depth. Um, Not only just different de- definitions of a word, but breaking down the syllables and then going into the Hebrew language where they hide all their spells um, with the language. And that's a beautiful thing to me. So I hope you appreciate his work like I do too. And that's a man you can call friend. Those type of people is who I have a tendency to want to have to gather around with, you know? So, in our minds, the good people in the world, the ones that want to learn, the ones that question what we've been shown by people that didn't have our best interests at heart. So, not sure how long this video will be, but like I said, I just wanted to chat for a while. Um, I got a, ooh, I'm frozen. The atmosphere. So, yeah, it's snowing out like I showed you, and it's supposed to be till tomorrow. So, yeah, it's a little. Uh, I started a wood fire though that cleaned out the ashes out of my wood stove, our wood stove, and got that going earlier, and that takes the chill off a lot better than the LP does. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm like I said before, really happy to get that kitty house buttoned up for them. Like I say, it was airtight last year, but now it's more insulated, and yeah, every little bit helps. Even them rugs underneath, some of it I have insulation, like 6 inches thick, with plastic over that and a rug, so that keeps the frost from coming up. And then I have runners that were from like industrial runners, when big black rugs with the rubber backing. I've got them in the other half of the house, and then just some other rugs around on top of that. But so even their floor is covered with rubber and insulation and plastic and rugs, and so it's not. I mean, like way better than being out trying to find some cold place to live. You know, unless it's in a barn, and we don't have not a lot of farmers anymore. A few around that have barns, but they're not always easy to get in either. And a lot of them are like metal nowadays. So, yeah. But anyway, you know how you'll have like barn kitties? Well, yeah. There's people that do, I'm sure, you know. Or their barn kitties are my kitties. One of the two. Or they, well, they're God's kitties because they just were here, you know. So what do you do? So yeah, um, I don't know what if I have a topic today, but I did lose 2 subscribers when I said that trans men hate real women. Yeah, that's women of God, especially. That's a fact. Want to make a bet? You'll lose. I only bet if I'm going to win. That's what dealers do, you know? The house always wins, don't you know that? Yeah, that's for sure. So, and when they don't, they change the dealer on you and the shoe where the cards are kept. So you'll still lose one way or another. They got you coming or going. But Paul over there is talking about, you know, like the Akashic or Akashic records, what people would call memories in the air. And Aquarian is an air sign, and I've always like you put something in storage in the clouds. Yeah, that I think he's absolutely right. And from what I've learned all my life, um, apparently is the situation, you know. And so, so if God's the water and the female's the air, he breathed air, the water gave breath to the air. Maybe that's how, or do you see what I mean? Or I just thought of that. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Because Paul over at what the flock blah, blah, um correlates it with scripture. So, which is really great for our understanding in the times, whether you believe in God or not, or believe that there's a Christ spirit active in the world, or from heaven, or whatever your beliefs are, you admittedly have to admit, um, and I'm admitting this, that's why I say admittedly, they're playing out the book of Revelation. You know, you have to admit it. I have to admit it. I see it. You know, it's not a doubt in my mind. Actually, my biggest topic today is the geoengineering. I believe everybody I've talked to is sick of it. The people in the world want you to stop spraying us with your garbage, your unnatural bullshit. These people are monsters and they have no right to spray people in the world to try and control us, memories and all. So, yeah. But you can put your memories in the hand of God and He can hold them. Like if you have like real sorrowful things, He'll hold them for you um, until you want to recall again. That's, I've done that. And I have memories from a long, long time ago that I recalled and stuck away, recalled them again, stuck them back away, and now I'm calling them back. You know, It's time. I can, it's just time. I think a lot of you feel like that there's something like like we're being downloaded constantly, and if you feel like you've lived before or feel like your spirit is somewhere else, I don't know personally how you feel, but I don't feel all here. Not that I'm not all here, but um, my soul, I feel like God's held my soul through this whole ordeal. Talk about um, this word uh, memory and origin, and I just thought ordeal, something we go through, usually indicating deal, shenanigans, shady, like working at a casino. Here, I'll just deal you this, and you're gonna have to live with it. Ordeal, or is a heavy metal, but it's a porous metal that air can get into. You know, that's, anyway. Do you ever work outside when it's cold and come in and you just feel like a rat? That's how I feel right now. Couple days going out, even a little bit at a time. But yeah, I can only do when I do it. That's, you know. Oh, anyway. And I wanted to wait for their water till the very last minute when it was frozen cold, because then the bacteria won't grow in there and I don't have to worry about emptying it to get any algae that would have grew in there and clean it again. So I had it all scrubbed out and ready for cold weather. So yeah. And then if it does get any bacteria, like the end of the winter, towards the end of winter, I treated it with some chloride, edible chloride. Same with that diatomaceous earth I have to keep the fleas and stuff away for them, is food grade. So it's edible, you know. Just taking care of things naturally is always the best way, anyway. You know. Sometimes my natural way is to feel like crying and working through it. I was just talking to Doug about a LP driver we had one year. I knew she wasn't going to make it long, and I have been there in different situations, but I watched this like 100 and some pound, maybe 120 tops, little woman manhandle the hoses for the delivering the LP, and then pulling that back to our tank back there and filling it up. And I knew she was not going to last long. And it took her a long time, about a half hour, to make out the bill in the truck. And if that was me, I was thinking she was probably out there crying. Um, I did things that it really takes like a man to do, and I just knew I wouldn't want to drag them hoses around all day, and I felt bad for her, but I never did see her again, is the point. you know, it's like, yeah, sometimes you can only do so much in life. But then again, you'd be surprised what you can do when you think you can't. You know, that's that's another aspect of that. Yeah, when you're like forced to do something that you normally wouldn't even do, and then you end up doing it well or something, it's like that's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, I guess what's on my mind really is the skies. Even with the rain, it's just it's a dirty look in clouds that I've never seen linger around like a line and a spot of dirt in the sky, you know. So either the veil is being lifted between what I believe is connected to us and the mechanisms that go around like a Star Trek or whatever. I don't know. Something's going on up in the sky and they're effing with us. That's one thing I know for a fact. Paul was talking about forgetting when you walk through a doorway, and it could be the reason why stonemasons and their arches are really a big deal and maybe like used like a porthole. And then I just thought, how about when, and I didn't have get it, but I wanted one of those for climbing roses, one of them arch climbing roses trellis when I got married, but I didn't get it. But I wanted an arch trellis with yellow roses, which indicate peace and love, because roses, red ones, are not that, and purity, and well, white is purity. Yellow also indicates um, the rising of mankind. Now, notice when they say mankind, it it does not say woman. Um, Perhaps the spirit of woman isn't the one that came down or fell or nothing like that, because that's the truth. When they start telling the truth, when more men dig deeper into the truth, my respect level and help level in a clean cut, really good world for other human beings that believe in families and all the good things that God did give us, including our telepathy and all the things that are actually real on this plane of existence. So, I feel so goofy inside today. I can't explain it. When you get something done that you wanted to do, it's just a good feeling. I guess I'm probably the only retard that would walk out of work, after being half broken and beat up or something, that would be laughing. Not a lot of people are quite like that, but yeah, I try to be. It's like I get around people that try to take that out of me. Yeah, I don't care. They can try. Yeah, it stunts my growth for a minute. I'm like, oh, you just turned the rain into pee and feces. Ugh, you rained on my parade in the worst way, trying to take your spark of life, your laughter, the joy out of the whole situation. And that's what these creatures are doing to people, you know. when you have less of the intelligence and instincts and strength and drive and intelligence that God gave you, and you replace it with the things that they're trying to push on you, um, you, like I say, you have less of who we are made to be by accepting more of what they're giving. So I rebel in a lot of ways, in every way possible, actually. I mean, there's other ways I could rebel worse, like how do you avoid uh, packaging or different things, like that in life, and shipping and all that, which if they get their way, I think they're going to have big problems. So the more they push people, the people that are aware and are detoxing and keeping in tune with God and keeping their armor strong, they're going to be worse monsters than the monsters that are hurting the people, because they know how to play in the ether, and we're not playing. So that really is what's going on. It's an energy thing, and the minute the ball drops, um, if you don't have the seal of God on your forehead, let's just say you're doomed. You know, I don't care who thinks what. If you think that's not true, I'm not even sorry for you. You're an empty vessel then. If you didn't understand that one, I don't care if you missed it. That's probably a good thing. You know, move along. Well, I'm gonna cut this short. I've got more cigarettes to roll, but I'm gonna kick back and sip my coffee, and I have to go warm it up too. But like I say, I just wanted to make everybody aware that the air is a very big deal. It's probably the biggest deal, our air and our water and our food, of course. But it's like Doug was saying yesterday. He said, kind of smart ass. He gets kind of glub would be the word. But food and water is pretty important. And I said, yeah, well, so is air. That's like, would be like pretty important. If you had to quit breathing right this second, you would realize that food and water actually comes second, third to the air that keeps our bodies, um, even circulates the blood through the veins. You know, you have to have it. Even our skin breathes. Frogs do that more efficiently, but people do to a certain extent. So, yeah, we need our air and we need it to be clean. That's the topic today. So, well, I thank you very much for joining me. Have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Thanks again. Love you all.